Like, yeah, a few years now, since I was 18. I mean, I got to finally be pro since I was 18 and be official pro at that time. I said, how old are you? I said, I just turned 18. Wait, wait, you're 18? What? So these are 11, 10 to 13-year-olds in this class talking about esports to basically another kid that is near to them.
Right.
That was wild when I thought about it.
That's probably making six figures, by the way.
Well, probably. The Rainbow Six Siege team was on the rise at that time, and he was on one of the top North American teams as well. So, but after it, I talked to him, thanked him about coming on and talked to the kids. And, one of the things that stuck with me for a long time was he said, thanks for having me on. If I had this in my school, I would have stayed around.
Wow.
And I was thinking in my head, maybe I'm not crazy pulling this off. Maybe there's something here to this. Because I was just in my head trying to see, is this really possible to pull something of this sort off, to really have this to happen in a way. So I kept going with these things. And then my relationship with Anbox started through this time, too, a little bit, where I decided, let's see how we can take it to the next level, because I wanted to get someone from the NYXL. But I was just thinking maybe I could just go for their community org, the Five Deadly Phantoms. And it was a community crew that really loved the team and watched games every week. And they were having a watch party out in Manhattan. So I went. I went to the leader, Richard Ng. I think he's gamer tags Root Bear. And I went to him and said, hey, my name's Charles Spencer. I work for Humanities Education. I head up their esports program, and I like bringing people from esports in different manners to talk to kids about it and really give an understanding. And he said, you know what? And I gave him my card. And he said, that's great, and I may want to do that as well, but I think you should talk to someone that will be more qualified to go talk to the kids. That's when he pointed me right behind me, Ben Nickel, at the time, head of events for NYXL. And I was like, oh, okay. And he was a few months into the job, and, I was done. I was like, okay. So I took a deep breath to get in my mind, okay, let's do this. So I went up to the guy right there, and I introduced myself. We sat down, talked a little about youth esports and the possibility, and we hit it off. We had somewhat of the same mindset around the potentiality of what youth development can be in esports, and we talked a little bit more, and I told him I wanted to introduce them to new things, including playing Overwatch on the PC for the first time. And he was like, let's do something like that. And we decided to get the kids out towards this place called Waypoint Cafe. It's a LAN cafe with a lot of gaming computers in New York City, and have them play Overwatch for the first time ever for most of these kids on a PC. Because most of them are console kids. In our class, we had a Nintendo Wii Plus, I think, for Smash Brothers. We had a PS4 and an Xbox we barely used. Our computers were Chromebooks. So that was out.
Yeah.
Like, you know a Chromebook. You know
a
Chromebook.
Very limited.
Yeah. Very minimalist, to say nicely.
Yeah.
But no, it was weird. So I used the consoles instead to do. I bought Rocket League for them. I also bought DBZ Fighters as well. We had 2K. Smash, of course, was one of them. I bought the whole pack of players so they could really get a better understanding of Smash. We had mini tournaments inside their class. Kids facing each other for different prizes. One of them was an Optic Gaming shirt I got at a conference once. And just having them in different opportunities to do esports. I even had them to run a total NBA 2K tournament for their school, like an in-school NBA 2K tournament. And kids wanted to do Smash, but at the time we did like a survey for the whole school for them to go around and ask kids what game you want to see as a tournament. 2K barely won. So sometimes you just got to go for the numbers, and we made a 2K tournament out of it. But we got them out to the waypoint. They enjoyed themselves. It was amazing. And then I also got them out to Knicks Gaming out in Madison Square Garden to meet that NBA 2K League team. And they talked to them about esports and the possibilities. I have a video on it that I was on their Knicks Gaming reality show talking about esports and what we were doing at our program. So it was wild. And after that, I was done with that. I ended up working again with Ben and NYXL, which is now Nbox, having the first middle school esports league in New York City and creating that curriculum for coaches to go by to teach the kids. And it was 4 schools that was like home and away. So we got these kids from one part of the school to another to play these kids at the school itself, 2K and FIFA. We had a grand final at a LAN center all the way out in New Jersey to really see a little bit more about what possibilities are in esports for them. They enjoyed it, had a good time, and I was just glad that we were able to pull stuff like that off and have people come home safe.
And so, look, Charles, we have probably about maybe 8 more minutes left.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. Sorry. It's all good. I just I wanted to get your story. It's all good. But that's why I let you tell it. I really want to cover what you're doing at East Michigan and the partnerships, and if we go a little over, that's fine with me. So let's just talk about how you got to East Michigan and what you're doing and what you have going on this summer, and let's talk about that program.
Okay, so I got the job at Eastern Michigan around August 2019. Well, I started in August 2019, and I moved here directly from, I moved here from New York City, and right before I got here, the guy who hired me actually got another job at Stanford, so I was kind of, in a way, working from the start without really a guide in it, where they wanted their esports program to go. But in another way, it was an opportunity, because I always believed in a balance between community, competition, and education, which I started to really get that going while at Eastern and just creating that vision. And we wanted to do competitive tournaments, as well as getting competitive teams in League of Legends, Smash Brothers, and Overwatch, but also have cool casual events at the Recreation Intramural Center, which I'm under that division, which is under Student Affairs. I know a lot of other collegiate teams and programs are under athletics. We're under Student Affairs, and a lot of others are under that same deal as us. But it's about, really, for us, we wanted to have that balance. And for community, we did special events like our Halloween Smash, which was our first tournament where we gave out where we gave out raffles for tickets to Gamers for Giving. We also had a chance where, for prizing, the winner would win a DX Racer chair, which was a first for them, in a way, for the Smash Club, which we worked with a lot during that time, because it was the biggest video game club on campus. So the competition part, like I said, we have three official teams so far. We're open up to more teams as we can get towards expanding our program and really getting our program more established. And then also, we're in the new Mid-American Conference Esports League, the ESC, the Esports Collegiate Conference. And we are getting involved with that with all the other Mid-American Conference schools. And then the partnership with Gen G. A few months back, I first heard about the partnership being possible through UK. One of my main goals was to get a partnership with a full-blown esports org like Gen G. But I never thought it would be actually Gen G that will come in interested in this. I remember, too, working with my student staff, which I have a great student staff. They help me out big time with many of the things that they do, and I don't know where I would be without them. That has to be said. And I work with trying to get that together, one of the big things in my mind was how can I get closer towards a partnership with the esports org? Well, they came to the higher ups in Eastern Michigan and interested in a partnership together. I ended up finding a way to talk to Chris Park and Jordan Sherman, the two people really behind the deal, and about different events that we could possibly do, like the current Gamer Girls Getting It Done camp that we're going to have in July, where we get girls from the industry, from executives, pro gamers, and also content creators that was strewn throughout the industry for many years to talk to kids about esports. And we also have different gaming-specific camps in Overwatch, League, and Smash, which is our main games anyway. But we also have a simulation animation gaming program and a game design focus on it to a point where we could do an intro to the gaming industry camp so we could do that intro in the gaming industry where we can mix game design as well as esports and see how both work together to really give a good experience, either as a gamer, as a casual gamer, but as also a competitive one in some of these multiplayer games. We're doing that as well. And we got a lot of cool things ahead with Gen G. They've been fantastic so far and everything. They've been open to different ideas that I had. This idea I had with the women with my camps go through and helped me out in a big way with it. So it was really working together to really get the vision going. And we definitely have some bigger plans too throughout next year as well.
That's awesome, man. And I wanted, we have about two more minutes. I really want, if you have some links of where they can go to sign up for those camps, I want you to make sure that you give your social out. And I like to give all my guests just a minute or two to kind of go ahead and just hype their sales up and tell them where they can reach out and get in contact with you, Charles.
Yeah. I'm Charles Spencer on LinkedIn. A big man on campus on Twitter. Hit me up anytime to talk about esports and stuff. Also, I am, for our camps, we have a site on emich.edu/esports, which is our main esports site, and also emich.edu/engage@EMU. It's a lot, but that's where the camps are, where you're looking for interest into the camp, all the camps we have, from the women's camp all the way to the gaming intro camp. So
that's awesome, man. Look, thanks for coming on, man. I wanna host an esports college panel, man. So let's talk about that. Let's get that lined up, and let's bring on some more universities, man.
Yeah, and I apologize for taking those tangents and
It was your time. It was your time, brother. And trust me, man, you'll be back on, and we'll get into some more detailed conversation, man. But thanks for coming on, man. And like I said, you always got an open door here at Go Play Esports Podcast, man.
Thank you, and I appreciate that as well.
This was another episode of Go Play Esports with Christopher Turner. Follow him on Twitter @Turner_CP.